Okay guys, I know it's weird, but I can't sleep without some kind of audience. It's just comforting. So tonight's Sleepcast is all about testing out the new apartment acoustics. Let's see how this goes. She yawns, turns off her ring light, leaving only a faint glow from a desk lamp. She waves sleepily. Alright, good night, weird internet. A faint, mechanical whisper seems to echo back good night. She freezes, listening, silence. Then her own voice seems to play back, but distorted. Okay, echo much. Creepy apartment vibes already. That's interesting. She claps once. The sound returns instantly, but with a strange rhythm. Clap. Clap, clap. The third clap is slower, delayed. That's not how sound works. That's not a natural echo. What is that? Let me try something else. She hums a soft, simple tune. The hum repeats back, but then it warps, drifting down into a chilling whisper. You shouldn't have come here. She grabs her phone, heart pounding, and checks the live stream chat. Comments are flying by. Yo, WF was that? Did someone just whisper? Girl, that was not an echo. That was a voice. She forces a nervous laugh. It's probably just Wi-Fi lag. Yeah, a bad connection. It has to be, right? Okay, you guys are freaking me out. I'm ending the live. Let me just check the playback. She ends the stream and immediately pulls up the recording. She scrubs back to the good night moment, leaning in close to her phone screen. Okay, here it is. In the replay, a new distinct whisper is audible right after her own voice. Stay awake. Her eyes widen. She replays it again, and this time, more distorted whispers layer over each other, faint but undeniable. Don't sleep. Not again. Not again. Wait. What is that? In the background? It looks like someone standing in the corner, just in the shadows. Is that a person? I'm rewinding. She scrubs back and forth. The shadowy shape seems to inch closer each time she replays the clip. Okay, nope, no, I am not doing this. She whips the phone camera around to face the corner of her room. Hello? Is anyone there? Silence. Then a faint, high-pitched clicking sound emanates from the wall, like microphone feedback starting up. What is going on in this place? The next morning, Julia is recording a voice memo, trying to process the night's events. When you live alone, you get used to the quiet. Silence becomes a kind of mirror. But what happens when that mirror starts reflecting things you never said? Last night was unreal. I'm trying to edit the audio for my podcast, just to see if I can isolate what happened. She looks at the audio editing software on her laptop. The waveform is behaving strangely. This is impossible. Look. The waveform doesn't match my voice, right here where I stop speaking. The waveform keeps moving. There's sound there. Let me turn it up. She isolates the section of the audio file where she wasn't speaking. A soft, clear voice whispers from the speakers. Why did you move into my room? Julia drops her phone with a clatter. On the screen, the waveform spikes violently. A jagged mountain of digital noise. My room. What does that mean? I have to find out what this building is. There has to be something online. She frantically types the building's name into her search bar, the Echo Chambers Residences. Okay, here we go. Old news articles. What's this? Experimental housing for sensory therapy shut down after patient suicides. Oh my god. She scrolls frantically through the article, her face growing pale. Acoustic walls designed to reflect and amplify emotional frequencies. It says the walls were meant to help patients process trauma by playing back their own emotional energy. It goes on. Voices were said to linger in the rooms long after death. She whispers to herself, a horrifying realization dawning. It's not an echo. It's a recording. The walls are recording me. From behind her, a faint, dry whisper answers. It's a replay. That night. Julia sets up her camera for one last live stream, her face streaked with tears, her hands trembling. If anyone is watching this, if anyone hears this, it's real. Everything that's been happening, it's real, the echo. It knows your voice, it learns you, it uses what you say, what you feel, and it remembers you. A perfect echo of her own tearful voice plays back from the walls. It remembers you. The whisper deepens, becoming a chorus of layered, distorted voices. The walls of the apartment seem to hum, pulsing with a low-frequency sound. Faint snippets of her previous live streams begin to play from all around her. Her laughter, her nervous jokes, her frightened gasps, all blending into a nightmarish audio collage. A scream she let out earlier loops and distorts, becoming part of the cacophony. Sobbing, please. Please, stop. Make it stop. A dozen voices, all her own but warped and monstrous, reply in unison from the very walls. You are home now. The sound cuts out abruptly. The live stream freezes on her terrified face. Then the screen goes black. A new live stream thumbnail appears on the screen. It's a different woman, smiling nervously at her camera in the same apartment. Hi guys. So this is my first night in the new apartment. I'm a little nervous, but I've heard it has great acoustics for streaming. From the background, a chillingly familiar whisper echoes through the room, clear as day. Welcome back, Julia. The story The Echo Chamber's Last Call delivers a haunting message about silence, isolation, and the echoes of the past. Through Julia's experience, it reminds us that silence is not always peaceful. It can reflect the emotions, memories, and fears we try to ignore. Her obsession with sound and technology, meant to connect her with others, instead isolates her and exposes her vulnerability. Ultimately, the story teaches that escaping the past or silencing our inner fears only makes them louder, and that true peace comes from listening, understanding, and confronting what echoes within us.